and to threaten the survival of civilization.
Proud in their newfound nationhood, Germans rally round their leader, eager to cast off the yoke under which they feel their country has been laboring these years. So the United Nations acclaims Hitler and Nazi rule. With her multiplying millions clamoring for room, Japan demands expansion. The Emperor, an absolute ruler, commands his empire's growing forces, including the Navy, dominant force in the Far East. Japanese battleships watch over the steady spread of their strangely westernized country. With the sweet music of colonial triumph still ringing in her ears, Italy... Awakening from her disarmament slumbers, England reviews her sadly depleted forces. Millions are to be spent at once in an effort to make good her futile years of sacrifice for peace. A peace she finds can only come through strength of adequate armament. Australia realizes the position too, and her Minister for Defence, the Honourable Archdale Harkill, stresses the importance of this vital issue, one which is above party politics.
The international situation has become so involved that no nation can afford to allow its defences to languish. The Commonwealth Government is therefore determined to make adequate preparation for the defence of Australia and for the security of this distant part of the Empire.
Yes, Australia has her own seas to patrol and her own naval obligations to fulfill. The British fleet, although ever ready for action, cannot necessarily be at the beck and call of Australia or any other part of the Empire. This emphasises the importance of the naval base at Garden Island, Sydney, a very vital link in the scheme of Empire defence. In 1935, naval expansion added 3 important units to the Australian fleet. At the net cost of some £2 million, the modern cruiser HMAS Sydney took the place of the old Brisbane, here seen steaming down Sydney Harbour and passing the famous old Sydney's masthead for the last time. This brings Australian cruisers in commission up to 3 in number. The launching of the 2 Australian-built sloops, Yarra and Swan, adds much-needed convoy and patrol strength to the squadron, and it is a job engineers and artisans alike can regard with pride, a modern product of a famous shipyard. Many old but very useful ships lie in reserve at Garden Island. The cruiser Adelaide, still a fine patrol ship in time of war. The plane carrier Albatross, possibly to be modernized with planes and equipment. And 6 of the gift destroyers from England, all awaiting crews. A fine training ground these, but it is well to remember that although soldiers can be made in months, it takes 7 years to turn out a fully trained seaman. Think of it, 7 solid years. The first portion of their training is carried out at Flinders Naval Depot, Victoria, to which ratings go before joining one of the ships for experience afloat. Later on, they may return to the training depot for instruction in higher courses to fit them for more senior appointments in the fleet. The easiest way to realize the demands of the senior service is to spend a day with them at sea on maneuvers. Rear Admiral Lane Poole is directing the operations of the squadron from his flagship HMAS Canberra.
Order the squadron to service in the first degree of readiness. Sound on action station.
So the squadron steams out into the night, ready for instant action.
Alarm 4! Alarm 4! Armament ready, sir. Open fire! Open fire!
At dawn, a reconnaissance machine is catapulted off to locate the enemy, which today is represented by the destroyer hulk Anzac, stripped of her former naval glory.
Red 9.
Heading, Red 6
out.
Bearing, red 6 out. Onward, 15,000 yards.
Range, 15,000 yards.
Rain, 15,000 yards.
Open fire. Shout! First level shot.
First side out shot, up 400. Shoot!
Level.
Rattle, rapid fire. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Take ceasefire to the squadron. Starboard mark head. Ceasefire. Hit.
So naval traditions of Old England are worthily upheld in this small but efficient fighting force, the Royal Australian Navy.